Alrighty, so we are going to be continuing the sort of series that we are doing here around these Black Friday banners here on Dokkan. And today's question is going to be if you should be coining any of these characters, and if you are considering so, which ones you should be coining. Now, again, just a brief overview if you have been under a rock these last few days. The quick featured lineup, we're not going to like break down every character individually here, but like we'll talk about who it is, but we're not going to like go into detail. The Blue Boys, right? Omega Shenron, Tech Vegito, AGL Super Gogeta, the Super Saiyan Trio, Int Broly, Vegeta and Trunks, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then the Year 2 Super Easy Ace, very good characters. And then when we look at the Carnival banner, we've got our boy Rose and Zamasu, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Golden Frieza, right? I'm tripping. Angel Frieza, Goku and Frieza. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Tech Broly, STR Gohan, and Infusion Zamasu, as well as Tech Gohan. So very, very good featured options, right? In terms of like characters that you could potentially be picking up. And now the discussion goes over to who you should be coining over here, right? Because if you guys don't know, you are going to be able to pick them up with corresponding coins. So if we go over here to the Dokkan Festival section, right over here, you guys are going to see that you can pick up all of these characters with your red coins or your teal coins, and that's what I want to discuss today on what decisions you should be making regarding this decision, right? Because this is kind of an important decision for a lot of players because these are very, very good characters, and we can go ahead and get that out of the way. So when it comes to characters that you should not be selecting with coins, I guess we'll get that right out of the way. The Super Saiyan 4, all these characters down here, but specifically the Year 2 Super Easy Ace. Now, I know that the 200 coin tag here does look appetizing, but the thing is with that is the way that you can obtain these characters, they essentially give these characters out for free during major celebrations. So like during the anniversary, during the Transcendent Dokkan campaign at times, the Global Dokkan campaign, right? They give out purple stones, red stones, rainbow stones, and you're able to pick up those characters with those specific items. So you really don't have any reason to be picking up these characters with coins. If you wanted them at this point, in my opinion, you probably already have them from that choice alone. But if you do not have them, I would recommend just waiting until a red stone becomes available in which you could pick these two characters up. So let's get that right out of the way, right? These are two units that you do not need to be picking up by any stretch of the imagination. Unless you literally have everything else and you just have coins to blow. But again, I don't think that's very smart. And then in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I'd also advise against coining just due to the 400 coin tag. That is way too close to what an LR is going to cost you. So for an example, you have like the second best LR in the game right here, and then you have like a very good easy ATUR, but nowhere near like the second best unit in the game. So that 100 coin difference does end up adding up. So I would say that these are three characters that you definitely want to stay away from in terms of the red coin banner. Now, when we go over to the Carnival coin banner, there's actually quite a big difference in who you should be coining here because, again, the list is going to be smaller. Now, when it comes to units, I do not recommend coining. The first character is going to be this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, as well as Int Merge Zamasu, and this is solely going to be due to the fact that they are available on another format of banner with the Legendary Summon. These are not Carnival exclusive LRs, so technically they will be available on any Carnival banner that you summon on going forward, whether or not they be featured, right? Most of the time, these two are not going to be featured on Carnival banners in the future, I would imagine, but with that being said, I think that's a colossal waste of Carnival coins, spending them on units that could appear on literally any Carnival banner. So do keep that in mind. And then I would also stay away from the Family Kamehameha Gohan as well as Int Broly with your coins here. I do not think that either of those characters are going to be worth it in terms of quality of character. I think they're pretty good, but I don't think they are worth the 500 coin price tag because these coins are a lot harder to accumulate with the recent update in the game has had in like the last year and a half, 2 years with the pity system, right? With this pity system, it is a lot harder to accumulate these red coins because the game is trying to incentivize you to summon for as many of the green coins as possible to exchange for the character. In this case, it's going to be Super Saiyan 4 Daimagoku, and in this case, it would also be Goma here. And as you guys can see, Goma was not too friendly to me on this account. So, like, you really don't want to be summoning on those banners all that much just due to the fact, or like letting these red coins kind of, it's just very hard to get a lot of them built up because most of the time these days you are going to be buying them with pity. So to me, I think that the best course of action, if you are only missing Trunks and Vegeta and you can't clear the festival, I do think picking them up wouldn't be a horrible idea, but they would not be my first choice for the Dokkan Festival banner. Really, you only have 4 options here on the Dokkan Fest banner, in my opinion. It is going to be the Year 10 LRs and then the GDC LRs. These are going to be far and away the highest quality purchases that you can make on the Dokkan Festival coin side of things. So, with these 4 characters, is going to come down to very specific factors, right? Y'all ever have to sneeze? I'm going to have to edit that. All right. So, with these factors here, they are going to have to depend on multiple things, right? Do you have Omega Shenron, right? Do you have the Blue Boys? Do you have the Year 10 LRs? The easy answer here to me is if you are missing any of these LRs and you have the other 3, then it's an easy decision, right? With coins, I think that when it comes to the best characters in the game, having the character is going to be more important than dupes in the better character. So again, we'll break down each situation, right? If you are somebody that has both the Year 10 LRs and you're missing the GDC LRs and you can only pick between 2 or between one of them, then that's a separate decision. But if you have all the fusion characters and you're missing Omega, just pick up Omega. Keep it simple, right? Like, we don't have to overthink this decision. If you are somebody that has all 4, I don't think that a dupe is necessary in any of these characters, but if you want to pick up a dupe for like the Blue Boys or Omega, I don't think that's a horrible decision, but I think you're better off just saving them for a Dokkan Festival LR that you could potentially miss in the future. So do keep that in mind. I think that is going to be pretty important, so I would say just hold off if you do have all of these characters here on the Dokkan Festival exclusive side of things. But with some characters that I would recommend, I think in order here, the number 1 character I would recommend picking up here is the Blue Boys, Goku and Vegeta, because they are the best LR available from this batch. They have a very good leader skill, Future Saga, and Fuse Fighters. Those are always going to be very good when we look at this right here, right? They are just going to be holding it down for you very well. I think that this unit is extremely consistent. They're good in the festival. They're good at short form content. They're good in long form content. They have dodge disabling tech, right? They can get around that. So this is just a very high value unit that can end up working out very well. And then Omega would come in at number 2 solely for the fact that his team is just one of the best and easiest teams to use in the game, just due to the way that it works with Omega's domain, the support that he is providing. All of these different things makes it very easy for you to run the game smoothly with his team. But if you don't have the core setup for the Omega team, then maybe this is a unit that you could potentially pass on for now and then just wait until the 11th anniversary to pull him later. But with the Omega Shenron team, again, you are going to have some moving pieces, right? You're going to want to have some of the other GT boss characters, right? The Legion of Shadow Dragons, STR Nova. But the thing is his team has gotten so many buffs since GDC, there is a good chance that you have a setup for him, right? With Rose Goku Black, you could run a Future Saga based setup with the AGL Rose Super Easy 80, STR Goku Black and Zamasu, right? They're just all infusion Zamasu. There are a lot of different ways that you can run his setup, and it is overall going to work. So, ironically enough, the display that they have here really is sort of the order that I would recommend you coin these characters. So, highest recommendation that I could do for the red coins would be our boy Blue Goku and Vegeta, and then the second recommendation I would have would be Omega Shenron, and then these two are also just going to come down to, are you missing one, are you not missing one? And Tech Vegito is definitely going to perform better in short form content than AGL Gogeta, but AGL Gogeta also has, I think, a very nice leader skill as well that ends up working out very well for the Year 7 LRs. It can get Goma on a team with the Year 10 LRs and things like that. Just kind of because of the successors lead. So all of these characters are really good, and it's going to come down to which one that you need the most and context. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or join the community Discord where we have an active community of players who are willing to help you, including myself. And this is always, you always have that resource available to you. So with this here, again, I'd recommend Blue Goku, Omega, then Tech Vegito, then AGL Gogeta, and I would pass on every unit below unless you just only need Trunks and Vegeta and you can't clear the festival. That would be the only unique exception for that specific instance. Now, when we come over here to the Carnival coins, this one is interesting, and the order for this one is going to change. It's not just going to be like down the list, right? When it comes to characters you should not be coining on here, right? We talked about the legendary summon characters. Goku and Frieza, I would not recommend coining. Physical Gohan, I would not recommend coining. Evolution Blue Vegeta, I would definitely not recommend coining. And then Tech Broly, I'd probably stay away from, but if you need him for like the Omega Shenron team, I don't think that's a horrible idea. But again, he's been ran back a few times now, so hopefully you do have him at this point, but if you don't and he's the only character you're missing, then by all means. But in terms of the order of units that I would coin these characters in, it would be number 1, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This is like the second or third best unit in the game for a lot of players. I would say probably the third best unit in the game behind the Blue Boys and Goma. And then Rose Goku Black is like 6, and he's somewhere in that placement, right? You could put him the number above it, you could put him the number below it, so you could put him at 5, you could put him at 7, right? You could do all types of things with Rose Goku Black in terms of where you're going to put him on your tier list, but overall, he is going to be a good character who does work on the Omega Shenron team and is ultimately the engine for the free-to-play clone team. So if you're somebody that has the clone team and you're running like the free-to-play STR Goku Zamasu unit, then you could replace him with a Lamborghini in terms of the Future Saga team, right? Being the Rose Goku Black, he is the driving force that makes that team as good as it is because you have all these supplementary clones that make his team operate well, and then just a very overall powerful unit within our boy Rose Goku Black and Zamasu. Then in the third spot, I would put Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He is going to make Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta look a lot better, and that is just what that is going to be how it works because he is the best overall option from the 10th anniversary in terms of all forms of content. So if we had to combine the two into sort of like lists here, keep in mind, all of these characters probably will be rerunning during the 11th anniversary. So this is not going to be your only chance to pick these characters up until like later next year, right? It's only a few short months away. If you want to wait or you don't have the coins right now, I promise you that is okay. The game isn't going to see like a substantial power jump from now until the end of January, right? Maybe a couple things, but nothing too crazy. So, in the overall order that I would recommend you coin these characters. Number 1, the Blue Boys. If you're missing them, it's 100% a slam dunk. Number 2 is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Number 3 is going to be Physical Omega Shenron. Number 4 is going to be AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. At number 5 is going to be Tech Vegito. At number 6 is going to be AGL Gogeta, and then at number 7 is going to be any of these characters that you were potentially missing and you want to pick up, but please, please, please stay away from the Super Easy ATURs, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then the Legendary Summon characters. So that's all the advice I got for you in this one. Again, let me know down below what you guys have done with your coins and all that fun stuff. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section below or join the community Discord. Like I said, the link is in the description. I would love to have you over there. Again, we are trying to grow this community, and I'd like to hit 1,000 members over there by the end of the year. So if you could join there and communicate with the community and stuff like that, I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Good luck with your coin purchases and whatever you're going to do. I appreciate you guys watching this one, and I'll see you all next time. Love you guys.